The morning sun pierces through the lush canopy, casting a golden hue over Diep's quaint rural dwelling. The uploaded photos depict her seated on the porch, a small puppy wriggling in her caring arms. Her tone is gentle and calming as she murmurs, "Quiet now, little friend. Look at all these tiny bugs. Hold on, let me brush them away. There, lie down for me." With tender care, she removes the insects, her eyes sparkling with warmth. "You're so sweet. I once had a pup like you back home." "One moment," she says, picking up her phone. Dialing with a hopeful glance, she speaks. "Hello, Diep. This is James. Any plans today?" After a short pause, her voice rises. "Wonderful. I'm heading to Ben Kim for work. Would you like to join? I'll be there in 15 minutes. Diep's friendly voice crackles back. "That's great, I'll be ready. Take your time." James nods quietly, a small smile forming. "Okay, I'll see you soon." He turns to the puppy, stroking its ears. "I'm off to meet Diep. Be good, eat well, and I'll cut the grass tomorrow." He gives it a final pat and steps away, the photo showing the vibrant countryside stretching behind him, alive with bird songs and rustling leaves. He walks along a narrow trail, pausing to address an old man guiding a buffalo. "Good morning, sir. I need to leave with James today. Hope that's fine," he says with respect. The elder nods, his face etched with experience. "Go with James if you need to, son." Diep smiles brightly. "I've already cleared the grass for the buffalo, so you're good. My work's done. Thank you, I'll go now." Inside the warm kitchen, his mother stands by the counter, cutting into a fresh watermelon, its sweet scent wafting through. "All done?" she asks, looking up. James offers a slice, laughing. "Yes, Mom, I prepared this for you. Taste it. Is it sweeter today?" She takes a bite, chuckling. "I caught your phone call. Who was it?" He shrugs lightly. "Just Diep. I've got a work visit to a wood lot in Ben Kim, and thought she'd enjoy tagging along." Her eyebrow rises. "She free?" "Yes, picking her up soon," he replies, tasting a piece. She nods with approval. "Good, off you go. This watermelon's lovely." As they share the fruit, James leans on the counter, his voice growing earnest. "Yesterday at the mill, someone offered me a deal, 50 tons of wood at a good rate. But with supply issues and high costs, I'm unsure. It might be a break or a snare." His mother's face turns cautious. "Be wary, James. If someone's using your difficulties, check it out carefully." He nods, running a hand through his hair. "I'll go see for myself." He says it's from a failed tie order, Kyo and Nemo wood. "But with John eyeing my business, it feels off." She places her slice down, her tone steady. "John's a risk. Stay on guard." James exhales. "I will, Mom. It's appealing, but I'll verify first." She gives a wise nod. "Trust your heart. Look with your own eyes." He concurs. "That's what I'll do." Switching subjects, he asks, "Mom, anything unusual at Son's company?" She shakes her head, drying her hands. "All quiet. No odd faces, staff's fine." Relief washes over him and he grins. "That lifts a worry. I thought someone might target you." She taps his arm. "I'm okay. But tell me, how's it with Diep? Wedding ideas?" He pauses, eyes lowering. "We've talked, but her health and John's trouble have us waiting. I'll get her a checkup soon and handle him first." Her gaze softens, go slow. Your father was excited when I shared it. Fix work, then love. Thankful, he squeezes her hand. Thanks, Mom. I know you want grandkids, but it's not time yet. She laughs. We'll be patient. Now get Diep, stay safe. He grabs his jacket and keys, calling, I'll come back soon. Bye, Mom. Outside, he checks his map. The photos showing a curving road bordered by verdant fields. Diep stands by the gate, the puppy at her side as James's car arrives. Diep, been waiting, he calls, stepping out. She shakes her head, wiping her skirt. Not long, just crossed a stream. He opens the door with a grin. Ready? It's 100 kilometers. She settles in. I'm settling with your family, but I miss hockey and the farm. He starts the car, comforting her. Hockey's fine, don't fret. They drive off, the journey to Ben Kim beginning under a cloudy sky, foreshadowing trials ahead. The afternoon unleashes a violent rainstorm. The uploaded photos showing a slippery, mud-churned path as James and Diep near the wood lot in Ben Kim. Rain pelts the windshield, obscuring the view as Diep leans close, her breath fogging the glass. She notices locals playing in a nearby stream, their shouts muffled by the tempest. What are they up to? She asks, intrigued. James laughs, clearing the mist. Looks like a wash. Where's that fellow? He said 8 a.m. The delay stirs his frustration, a tense knot in his gut, but they proceed. The photos reveal high stacks of timber covered in wet tarps, water pooling and draining into the soil. A man emerges from the rain, Tung, his coat sodden, his face regretful. Apologies for the delay. The hills are a challenge in this. I'm Tung, he says, offering a wet hand. James nods, scanning the site. This the timber? Tung sweeps his arm, rain dripping. Yes, check the kiomas at another spot, coming soon. Diep retreats, pulling her jacket close. I'll leave this to you, stay dry. Tung suggests. Climb up, inspect it. 6-7-year-old Kio, strong wood. James climbs a stack, the logs slick, examining them. A little small, quality even. Tung calls over the storm. Consistent throughout, I swear. The rain grows heavier, soaking James, and he shouts, Diep, take shelter. I'll finish. She rushes to a shed, the photos showing her fading into the rain's embrace. In the dank, cramped shed, the air reeks of wet wood and mud as James traces the logs with his fingers. This feels old, rain's damaged it, he remarks, concerned. Tung shrugs, stepping through a puddle. Maybe 2 weeks out. I said a week earlier, my fault. James scowls, calculating. If I buy, we adjust for water 50 kilograms per ton fair here? Tung nods, wiping his face. Rain adds weight, sure, fair enough. James probes. And the MO nearby? Tung looks out. 10 km off, being trucked here soon. James decides, rubbing his hands. Let's talk inside. Rain's brutal and I need closure. The photos capture the flooded yard. Tarps flapping as they squeeze into a dry corner. Rain drumming the roof. Sitting with warm tea, James leans in, breath visible. I like the kio. What's the offer? Tung meets his eyes, all business. 30% deposit to start. James taps the seat, pondering. And the emo truly close? Should be here soon, within an hour. Tung replies, sipping. James suggests, since we're here, I'll wait for the MO, then pay 30%. Deal. Tung nods. Fine. Shipping. James says, focused. I need it quick. My crew will move it. Tung agrees. I'll cover fuel to rush it. James checks his phone. I'll deposit 30 million now, 3 trucks tomorrow for 50 tons. Any extra hands? Tung smiles, setting his cup down. 6 from me, 3 from you. 9 should do it in a day if the rain eases. James nods, relieved. Let's seal it. If this works, we'll collaborate more. Tung grins, clapping his shoulder. Safe drive, roads are slick now. Returning rain taps the roof like an anxious rhythm. Wipers battling the flood. Diep speaks softly. All set. James nods, steering firmly. Yes, 30% locked, building trust. She tilts her head. You do this often? He shrugs, eyes ahead. Only when deals are tight. I handle first meets, later they take over. She nods, tucking wet hair back. No more trips if this succeeds? Right, he says, smiling briefly. But stay cautious, things change fast. She smiles. Always am. He adds, hungry? There's a fine fish noodle spot ahead. The photos show a snug eatery as they park. Rain lightning. 2 bowls, please, James orders, shaking off water. Diep cleans the table. You visit here often? When I'm near, best noodles I know, he replies. She tastes it, eyes widening. New to me. Tangy fresh, that fish is divine. He advises, blend the spices in. They share a brief prayer, then eat. Good, he asks. Fantastic, she exclaims. His phone buzzes, Tung's call. A hint of concern at 3:55 p.m. on this rainy Friday, June 13, 2025. The evening settles a soft blanket over the city as James and Diep relax in a tranquil cafe on the 3rd floor. The uploaded photos, images 001-132, showing them with iced tea, the city lights twinkling like a starry expanse below. A gentle breeze brings the fragrance of jasmine from a nearby planter, blending with the faint traffic noise. Tung arrives, his steps steady, his face a mix of determination and fatigue. Glad to see you both, he says, settling into a chair with a tired breath. I'm here for a meeting and wanted to catch up. How's work, James? Diep feeling stronger. James stirs his tea. Tough, but I'm keeping it together. Diep smiles, touching her glass. Much improved, thanks to rest. Tung leans in, voice low. I must confess, I'm undercover police. My deal with John was to watch him, not betray you. If I wanted Diep, I'd have acted by now. The revelation strikes like lightning, the photos freezing their shocked faces, James's tight jaw, Diep's wide eyes. James recovers, voice thick with remorse. I'm shocked, Tung. Sorry for the misjudgment. Diep adds, hands together. Me too, I never suspected harm. Thank you for this. Tung sighs, brushing his hair back. John's a danger, hits hard or lurks in shadows. He's been locked up, released, and now targets your mill and Diep. James grips the table. She's with my family. John knows her farm, too risky. Diep nods, calm despite the past. Someone attacked me, but James saved me. This fits now, thank you, Tung. Tung suggests, eyes firm. Let's unite, John's smuggling wood and fixing prices. We need proof. James leans in, determined. He's ruined my business, hurt others. I'm in. Tung's look darkens. John's a tool. Someone bigger's behind this, and I haven't found them. They're crafty, staying hidden. James reflects. He's too young to run this, someone's pulling from the dark. Tung nods, jaw set. I need your help to reveal them and bring stability. It's a larger fight. James and Diep share a resolute glance, a silent bond forming, ready to tackle the challenge. Tung eases, a smile emerging. When's the wedding? James laughs, breaking the tension. Planned, but John's mess comes first, it must be right. Tung lifts his glass, smiling. Understandable. Wishing you joy, Diep, find a good soul. James, cherish her. They nod, thanks, Tung. Hope love finds you too. He stands, respect in his eyes. Your love shines through this dark. Stay safe. They toast, the clink ringing, driving home as the clock nears 4:40 p.m. on this intense Friday, June 13, 2025. Hope glimmering faintly. Exiting the cafe, the cool night air brushes their faces, the city quieting down. James gazes at Diep, her features lit by streetlights, and feels a deep protectiveness. We'll make it through, he whispers, holding her hand. She nods, strength in her gaze. Together we can. The road stretches into the dark, their alliance with Tung strengthening them. Though the mystery of John's mastermind looms, a fight they're now ready to wage. Headlights carve through the night, shadows shifting along the way. Each kilometer a step toward a future where love and righteousness might prevail. Their hearts united against the storm.